These are the top 10 most expensive houses owned by athletes. Which athletes do you think own the most expensive houses? Do you know the ones that actually have these expensive mansions? Let's find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, The Real Luxury Affair. I hope you all are binging our videos straight because that curiosity cat inside you wouldn't just let you sleep, right? Not without figuring out the most expensive mansions owned by athletes around the world. That's just how a brain works, making a pineapple song funny near 1 a.m. in the morning, or maybe even in the middle of the day, just when you have something important popping up in a few hours. Luckily, we'll keep this one short, so you can wander off back to your binge watching, or maybe start back on what you actually wanted to do. Which athletes do you think get paid the most? We can all agree that we think it's footballers, right? But this list has all kinds of athletes who decided to put their money on their mansions. We aren't sure if they were fans of real estate or just wanted a family-loving house. But they sure managed to get on our list of the top 10 most expensive houses owned by athletes. Hey, what would you do if you were a billionaire? These athletes had to work years after they sought out the mission to buy fancy mansions. But it doesn't mean they didn't have their wishes, so what's your wish? But more than that, let's have this fun debate in the comments. What room would you prefer in your expensive house? I think I would want an infinity pool. Just lay down there at night or during afternoons. Have a relaxing day out whenever you want, looking at the sunset. That's the dream. Yeah, dreams are simple too. I'm sure some of you may have these fancy ideas of an astronomy room or a Harry Potter room with all the collectibles. That's my idea of fancy anyways. Well, let me know in the comments below which fancy room you would want in your expensive house. Now, let's get back to our list. Number 10. Barry Bonds. The great legend of baseball has made many records, but coming into our list is another big record that he managed to make. He owns an Italian-styled mansion that's spread across 17,000 square feet. Yes, 17,000, and it cost more than $23 million in the general market. That wasn't a mistake, and we're on our first athlete. In this huge living space, 2,100 square feet is designated for a sports court. It wouldn't be a sports athlete's house without a sports court, right? Or is that too judgmental? Who cares? Everything is these days. Bonds uses it for different kinds of sports, but sources tell us that a basketball court and paddle tennis matches are quite frequently happening around here. The Italian-inspired mansion also has 30-foot high ceilings and imported limestone flooring. But here's the fun part, it has a 12-seater movie theater, a gym, a spa, and an outdoor kitchen too. We aren't sure how that works because the only thing I can think of in a kitchen out in the wild surrounded by is wildlife photographers. Number 9. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, a famous footballer of Manchester United, owns many houses, but his most expensive one is the one in Cheshire. It's situated closer to the houses of his teammates, but his mansion is the only house that managed to make itself part of our list. His expensive property cost nearly $18 million, part of which was just to re-establish the building site. Yeah, he must have really admired the whole concept of his mansion just standing here on this site. Inside the house, you'll find a lot of delicacies like a private cinema, a conservatory, various pricey statues to add to the art of the house, and even a sports stadium. Yes, a whole sports stadium. Apart from all this, there are the sorts of gaming assortments like the old pinball machine, a jukebox that dates back centuries ago, and even a golf simulator for casual golfing, all inside the house. But here's the best part, the household's bathrooms have gold-plated taps and toilet seats. Now that is the dream. Number 8. Pete Sampras. The tennis legend has a passion for buying luxury homes, but his house in California beats all his other properties. It cost approximately $20 million, and the main house alone stands at over 13,000 square feet of living space. The house has 7 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. Yes, somehow this math doesn't add up. Why the extra bathrooms, Pete? Anyway, the house also has a long driveway that's both private and allows luxury cars to come and go with glamour. The mansion also hosts a breakfast bar, which isn't that fancy if you think about it. I mean, it's getting served with breakfast every day. What cuisines are there? Can't really judge that as a luxury thing, but okay. Apart from all this, you can also find a theater, a gym, a pool, and a spa to finish up as the cherry on the top of this mansion. If you take a look at the interior of the house, you'll find teak, angier, and oak woods offering a finessed look. 7. Troy Aikman. This NFL superstar may have spent all of his earnings on pricey mansions because he bought 2 multi-million-dollar houses within the time frame of just 3 months. The best thing about this property is that it oversees Connor Lake, giving the residents a perfect view of nature. And the cost of seeing those beautiful views will force you to spend $24 million. Wow, what a huge spend that must be. It also has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and 4 car garages. Yeah, the math just keeps getting weirder, doesn't it? It also hosts a basketball court, a pool and game room, a media room, and even a morning room. While that may seem like just a fancy word for the living room, the house extends to more than 10,000 square feet and is custom built. At number 6, Anna Kournikova. The house of this tennis legend cost more than $25 million on an estimate and expands to 20,000 square feet. It stands on the water and is near many other superstars from various industries. It also has its worth set from the beginning. The house also has a 2-story guest house that can give a lavish stay for all the guests staying at the mansion. Moreover, you'll find a dock for boats, a jacuzzi, a lap pool, an exterior covered with Spanish moss, and amazing views. 5. Tom Brady. Tom Brady has a house that costs $27 million and is environmentally friendly. The ceiling is lined with solar panels that help run the house's electricity. The property also hosts 8 bedrooms, a garage with the capacity to store 6 cars, a swimming pool, a spa, and a weight room for personal training. The 22,000 square foot living space has walls of 3 different types of limestones, all coming from Texas. 4. Michael Jordan. The most loved basketball star, Michael Jordan has a huge mansion situated in Chicago. It costs around $29 million and has 9 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, and 3 garages. The guests can find themselves staying at the fancy 3-bedroom guest house. You'll also find a cigar room, home gym, pool, tennis court, and an entire lake. Yep, a lake. The garage's capacity itself is huge, as you can fit 14 cars at once in the big storage room. On top of that, the mansion has many beautiful artifacts like MJ-branded flags, a pool with a grass island, and a table inspired by Baghdad's streets. 3. David Beckham. The great football legend has a $57 million mansion that stands merely at a 9,000 square feet of living space, but has great value. The biggest flex this house has to offer is that it remains unaltered for the past 150 years, which of course screams ancient value. There are 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a barbecue area, a football pitch, a chapel, ancient ruins in the garden, and even a panic room. They probably have a panic room for other purposes, but I think it's a great idea if people want to sneak in a crying episode 5 times a day, away from prying eyes. No? 2. Tiger Woods. One of the best professional golfers has a mansion that costs more than $60 million. It has high trees and high walls to maintain a demarcation of privacy, but this house is one of a kind. You can spot a running track inside the house and ocean-facing windows that give amazingly spectacular views of day and night. Now for the one on the top of our list, Greg Norman is the athlete with the most expensive mansion in the world. The funny thing is, his neighbor is Tiger Woods, so we know the neighborhood is definitely expensive and golfers know how to spend money. This house is kind of a weird expensive. There are 6 buildings on the property, some of them facing the ocean for spectacular views during sunrise and sunset. There's a gourmet kitchen, 16,000 square feet of space with 4 floors, 10 garages, and lush green gardens spread all over the property. What about the price, you ask? You're in for a surprise because it costs a whopping $44 million in the open market. With this much money, are you thinking about pursuing a career as an athlete? So that was our list. What did you think about it? Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And if you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Until our next video comes out, peace out, folks, and stay kind.